Hello guys, so we are now live. Let's see. Hello guys. So T Lover 122 says, "I love you so much." Hey, thank you. You're awesome too. Chris Walter says, "Hey Minka. Hey." So I'm just sitting here to have a nice chat with you guys, our weekly Sunday morning chats or Sunday afternoon chats. And I have my awesome peppermint tea. And if you are watching the replay, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below. I make stuttering support videos and I create vlogs. So, wow, finally, hello Minka, hey! So I hope you guys are all doing well and are having a really good week. I had I had a pretty good. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I've honestly had better weeks, but it was okay. But I want to tell you that I saw one of your stuttering videos, and I want to tell you that I stutter a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, sometimes oops, sorry, my chair's stuck. But yeah, sometimes my stuttering, it'll get like really bad, or sometimes it'll just be very minor. So it all kind of depends. Yeah, like right now, for some reason, like I'm just stuttering really badly. Or I mean, I shouldn't say badly, but more intensely. So Daniel Jostet says, "Good afternoon, Minka. You are my role model." Thank you so much. I just try to be really encouraging here on YouTube, because like when I first started my YouTube channel, there were hardly any YouTubers who did stutter. It was very rare if I could find one. So I thought to myself, why not start a YouTube channel and create videos on stuttering support? Because there wasn't too many videos on YouTube regarding those topics. And it's funny because this channel, I actually didn't intend for it to be even about stuttering support. I wanted to make it on like food and cooking, but it just kind of turned into like most of my followers were people who stutter. So just kind of things just went from there. I have a stutter too. What is the hardest thing to say? Okay, so the number one hardest thing for me to say is the word cookie. Like it's so hard. Cookie. It's just I have no idea why, but it's like the hardest thing for me to say. And then also the word people. That's very hard. So those are like my top two hardest words. And then the word Virginia. That's also really hard. So, Mr. Ubermensch14 says, "Hi Minka, have a nice Sunday." Thank you. I hope you do too. John Paul Vervoort says, "Lots of snow in Holland." I know. I was out. I was looking on Instagram and I saw that Holland was getting snow. That's so fun. Dr. Haas says, "Your stutter isn't severe." Oh yeah, I mean, it's funny because when I was in the Marine Corps, one of my higher ups told me that my stuttering was very severe, and it's probably because when I was in the Marine Corps, I did stutter more over there. Like it would get pretty intense, but then there was times where I was also very fluent. But I had a very customer service based job, so I was constantly talking to customers and clients and stuff. So Have you ever been depressed for a longer period of time? I am so self-conscious and get so depressed over my stuttering. Yes. So yeah, when I was in high school, and I would get very depressed. Yeah, when I was in high school, and when I was in the military, in the Marine Corps, I would get very depressed because I always felt like I would be thought of as being weak if I, like with my stuttering. I was always worried that I would appear weak to others, and yeah, that was one of my biggest fears. So yes, I have had times in my life where I have been very depressed about it, especially, or if I'm like, if I would do job interviews, or I'm like applying for a job, then I would really be really nervous that I would stutter, and then yeah, it would just I would get really depressed because I usually would stutter really badly, especially in the Marine Corps, because the Marine Corps is very stressful. It's a very stressful environment where you have to be very loud. You have to articulate your voice. You have to really show, like, show strength both internally and outwardly. And when I would stutter, it was very hard to do. So I was always really self-conscious about that, and I had plenty of times where I'd be really depressed about it. I also have SA. I'm not really sure what SA is. What is that? Abu Bakar Welland says, "Hi Minka, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. How about you?" Daniel Kraus says, "Hi Minka, I'm from Germany and stuttering too." Hello. I actually lived in the Netherlands for about 6 months recently, so I saw plenty of Germans over there. Zukos Gaming Stube says, "I hang out." Okay. See, T Lover 112 says, "When I was 5, I got in a really bad car accident and I got a stutter, and I really like my stutter. But do you like your stutter?" Well, first of all, I think it's awesome that you really do like your stutter. That can be a rare thing to not like your stutter, or it can be a rare thing to like your stutter. For me personally, I mean, overall, I guess that's a good question, because I know throughout my life I've always hated my stutter. As I've gotten older, I don't really mind so much, but it can be hard to bring my point across. Like if I'm getting in an argument with someone and I'm getting very angry, then it's difficult because I'll be stuttering, and the person won't really take me seriously because like I'm having trouble to get out the words and stuff. So I guess yes and no. Like as I've gotten older, I don't really mind as much, but I mean, it's not the most funnest thing to have. I mean, so I guess it has pros and cons. Yes and no. Oh, so social anxiety. Yeah, I have that really bad, actually. I have really bad social anxiety, so I definitely feel you there for sure, Daniel. EJ says, "Stuttering in the military can definitely be challenging. I've made a lot of progress over the years, though. I'm an NCO now, so I can't let it affect me too much." Oh, nice. Are you in? So you're in the Marine Corps? Yeah. When I was in the Marine Corps, I got out of the Marine Corps as a corporal. So I was an NCO, and if any of you don't know, an NCO is a non-commissioned officer. Well, that's what it means in the Marine Corps, and that's like when you really start to have leadership, like you start to take leadership roles in the Marine Corps. But yeah, so yeah, honestly I was also very nervous about that when I got promoted to corporal, because that was when I really had to start to talk more in front of groups of Marines and stuff, and luckily I didn't do too much of that, but yeah. Jamal J. Tess says, "Hi, you are beautiful." Thank you. But yeah, that I'd say joining the military when you stutter is a very challenging thing. But I will say that um I will say that it was a great experience though. So Daniel says, "Are you working right now?" And I am actually in school full time, so I will be working probably in like 9 months from now. But I'm gonna be making a video on this. I did a career change ish, so I'm actually gonna be going to school to become a massage therapist. So the school for that takes about 7 months. So then once I graduate from that in about 8 months from now, then I will be a licensed massage therapist. So I'm just in school right now full time. So I'll actually be starting that in a month. So yeah. Soon though. EJ says, "I am in the Air Force. I have a customer service based job as well." Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, the Air Force. When I was in the Marine Corps, I definitely ran across a few Air Force men. Yeah, customer service, especially like when you're in the military, it's very stressful. Like when I was in the Marine Corps, I always had to, because I did work in a customer service base, because I did work in a customer service base job, and I always had to stand up and stand at parade rest. Like basically that means I just had to put my arms behind my back and just speak with the person, and I had to say the higher ranking person's rank, and that was extremely stressful because most everyone, because I was like when I was at the lowest rank and then I would move up ranks, most ranks were still higher than me, so it was still very stressful. You are the first person that I know that has one, so thank you. Oh yeah, of course. Is hesitating and stuttering the same? I'm not really sure if it's the same, but I know that they kind of do have like same qualities, I guess, because I know sometimes like if I'm about to say a word and I do stutter, then I will then I will I'll basically like if I'm trying to say the word do, then I'll say like and then like I can't even say the word, like I can't even start the word. So like I guess that's kind of the same thing. But so Minka, I am a medical student and my stutter isn't severe as well, but it gets worse in public situations. I always evade presentations and let my colleague do the talking part. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I totally know what you mean about the presentations part for sure. That's like but I mean that's great that you're going to medical school though. I mean, yeah, especially let me see. Yeah, I think it's awesome that your stuttering isn't really severe in medical school, because I would guess that mine would because I would probably be really nervous, but I don't know how much talking you have to do in medical school, so I wouldn't know. Do you have social media? Well, I have my YouTube channel, and yes, I have a Facebook page, and under all of my videos, I have linked my social media. So you'll see my Facebook page, which is Minka Frederika, and then I have my Instagram account, which is also Minka _ Frederika. So if you just look under any of my videos, you will see that. Can you give me any advice on how to calm myself during these dreadful situations? I guess like my best advice that I could give to you would my best advice would just be to just know that it will be over soon. I mean, that's honestly the best thing I can say. You know, just try to relax as much as possible. And I don't know if it helps you to look the audience in the eye or not, or look in the back of the room, but just what helped me to calm down, honestly, it doesn't work for everyone, but when I would present in front of a group, I would kind of smile and laugh at myself a bit. So like if I was going through a block, like if I said the word dog and I said like dog, I would just say, oh yeah, I do stutter. So I would just try to I would tell the audience that I do stutter, and that would seem to help. I still would stutter, but it wouldn't be as awkward. Believe in yourself and the laws of the universe. We are also God, and through believing in this, in all of this, you will be able to reach your full potential as human beings. So you could, yeah. So, yeah, it is definitely important to believe in yourself. But yeah, when I first got here, I was applying for jobs and stuff, and that was before I was going to go to the massage therapy school full time, because it's like it's 4 days a week, so I'm just going to be doing that full time. But I did do some interviews, and I was so nervous. Oh my gosh, so nervous. But what I really like is, for my career, I'm gonna be a massage therapist, and what I love about it is I love massage, and you don't have to talk too. You just massage, and it's a very relaxing, non-stressful job. So I'm really excited. In your opinion, a person who stutters can be a speech therapist or not? I just had this debate with some friends. You know, that's a really good question, actually, and I've actually thought about this myself, because there was a time where I actually did want to become a speech pathologist, and I decided not to, because I didn't want to be completely immersed in this in stuttering so much. Like, I mean, I just don't want to be thinking about it like 24/7, you know, because usually when I do, my stuttering gets worse, and I just didn't want it to become my whole life. You know, I wanted to have other things I love and other interests too, so I didn't really want to do it as a career. But I guess it depends on the person, honestly. So yeah, that's kind of that's a really good question though. But yeah. So I mean, I do know people who stutter, who are becoming speech therapists or speech pathologists. So that's interesting. I believe in you. Oh, thank you. Are you married? Yes, I am actually married. Yes. Nat Khan says, I stutter in public situations. What should I do? I have low self-esteem. So yeah, so like if you public situations are probably they do make me very nervous, because I do have social anxiety, so it just makes my stuttering that much worse. Honestly, if I was you, like, okay, for me what helps is actually working out helps. So doing any type of physical exercise, like yoga, Pilates, or high intensity workouts, or lifting weights, any of those things really actually does help me. So even if I do stutter, it'll raise my self-esteem. So I highly recommend doing some type of physical activity, whether you do stutter or not. And also too, just, I mean, like, eating things that make you feel good. Like, if I eat things that make me feel like crap, then I feel like crap. So I try to think about that too, honestly. Jamal J. Tess says, I stutter, same in public situations. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would say, you know, especially like when you have to introduce yourself and say your name, that can be extremely nerve-wracking for sure. So it is funny though, because like sometimes when I do talk to strangers in public, I won't. Sometimes I will stutter really badly, and other times I won't stutter really badly. So it just kind of depends. It's very strange, but like actually a lot of times I'll stutter a lot with my family, with people in my family, and other times I won't. So it just, yeah, it's kind of depends. I guess it's the person's energy too that I feel. So So I'll probably be on here for about 20 more minutes. So if you guys have any questions or anything, then just leave them below. And also, if you're watching the replay of this, then leave it down in the comments below if you guys have any questions or anything. I do these live streams now every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Nakan says, "Our job interview is tough if you don't speak fluent." Yes, honestly, that probably one of the things that I fear the most are doing job interviews. Yeah, job interviews, they make me so nervous, and I actually I'll be making a video on this as well coming up, but I did a phone interview, which I was very nervous for, and it was like really, it was like one of those professional phone interviews. You know, it was not easy going at all. It was very very stressful, and I didn't get that job. And then I went in for an interview in person, which I was really nervous for, but that was more easier going. It was not really stressful, but I didn't get that one too. But it's fine because I know what career I am gonna do now. So I'm going to school in that full time. So yes, it's fine. And then also, I've been trying to make a YouTube video almost every single day. So this has kind of turned into sort of a job too. So I've also been really trying to focus on my YouTube channel as well. Minka, I am so pleased to participate with you in the live stream. I really wish if I can stay until the end of this video, but I have tons of exams coming soon, so wish me luck. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. Bye, and good luck on your exams. Did you stutter when you were a kid, or started when you were an adult? And hope you have a good Christmas. Well, so first of all, I hope you have a good Christmas too. And yes, I started stuttering when I was 9 or 10 years old. So I'm not really, I kind of do know the reason why, sort of, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm about 80% sure why I do stutter. But I might make a video on that sometime too. Mr. Ubermensch14 says, I think it's kind of difficult to become a speech pathologist when you stutter, because some parents say, how can you help my son when you can't help yourself? But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I actually do agree with you, because like for me personally, I don't know how I could become a speech pathologist or a speech therapist if I would not be able to help someone else. I mean, I don't know like how I would do that, because you know, like if I'm stuttering myself, I don't know how I would be able to help someone else, honestly. You know, like I could just give them tips on how to, you know, relax and, you know, deal with anxiety, but I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, so yeah, I don't honestly know, but by the way, you have a very bright smile. Have a good day, Minka. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a good day. Does social anxiety cause stuttering? Thanks for the replies. Honestly, I don't think that social anxiety does cause stuttering itself. I did create a video on why people stutter, and so you can check that out. And I listed a bunch of different reasons why someone might stutter, but I don't think that social anxiety causes it. However, I do think it can make it worse, though, for sure. I definitely do think that social anxiety can make stuttering worse, for sure. Alex Howard says, does taking a deep breath before you talk help your stutter? Actually, sometimes it does. Yes, like sometimes if I'm just if I just like breathe in and then just kind of breathe out. Sometimes it does, but usually it does not. So I guess it kind of depends. Like if I'm doing yoga, then it can help. But otherwise, like you know, like when you do yoga, you get in a very relaxed state. So I guess sometimes it can, but for me, sometimes it helps and sometimes it does not help. So Muhammad Atif says, "Hi Minka, how are you? I wanted to ask that what to do when you are stuck on a word and you cannot get that out." So basically, what I do when I'm stuck on a word is I try to think of a substitute word that I can say, or I just basically try to push through it, or I'll just stop and restart again. So that's honestly usually what I do. What would you say to people who want to join the Marine Corps who stutter? What are some tips to prepare for a job interview for people that stutter? And Companion Sphere shared that. So when I joined the Marine Corps, my recruiter, he didn't care at all that I did stutter. He just told me just like don't say anything. And when I did sign, I had to do this like whole pre-screening thing when I joined the Marine Corps, and I had to read this little part out loud, and I didn't really stutter, honestly. So I guess that made a difference. I don't know what would have happened if I would have stuttered, if they would have not let me pass the screening to get in the Marine Corps. But yeah, I didn't stutter, so I don't know what would have happened if I did stutter. However, I have known other Marines when I was in the military in the Marine Corps who did stutter. So I know that you definitely can join the Marine Corps when you stutter. So I say if you want to join the Marine Corps, then go and do it for sure. So I guess some tips to prepare for a job interview. Okay, so I'm going to be making a video on this as well. Just some things that helped me was I worked out beforehand. I did some type of physical activity, which raised my confidence and just made me feel really good about myself. And then I also made myself just look very nice. Like I just dressed really nice. I did my hair really nice. I just made myself look really nice, and that made me feel much better about myself. So I was able to walk in there, do the job interview, and just feel confident. And whether you get the job or not, I felt good knowing that I was feeling confident in myself. And if I did stutter, then I did stutter, but I really tried not to let it bother me, which definitely can be difficult when you do a job interview, because job interviews are very stressful. So, did you see the movie Moana? Says Ravi Fouad. No, I have never seen that. No. I do think overall though that yeah, I wouldn't say even just plain anxiety. I don't think anxiety actually causes stuttering. unless you're nervous, like let's say you don't stutter, like you're not a person who normally does stutter, but you stand in front of a class or group and you start stuttering because you're nervous. That's just because you're nervous. But for someone who already does stutter, I think anxiety can definitely make it worse for sure. But I don't think that anxiety in itself does cause stuttering. Like usually stuttering is caused by if someone gets in an accident, or even like a stroke, or they're born with it, or something traumatic happened to them when they were young, or I'm trying to think of some other reasons. Yeah, those are a few reasons that I know of. Muhammad Atif says, have you ever taken some medicine to cure your stutter? I have heard from people that sometimes it helps. No, I have actually never taken any medicine to help cure my stutter ever. So no, I have honestly not. Yeah, I have heard that some that it could help, but I've also heard that it can't help. So I guess it just depends on the person. But no, I have never tried that. Jamal Jate says, when you stutter, why does sometimes lips tremble? That's just the way, like, when I do stutter, that's just one of the physical things I do is my lip shake, because I'm getting stuck on the word or on the letter. So that's just what happens. So I'm just curious. I just wanted to ask you. So I usually post videos on stuttering support and vlogs, but I'm just curious, do you guys like the vlogs as much as the stuttering videos, or the stuttering videos more? I'm just really curious about that. And also, if you guys want to see any other types of videos too, then please leave them down in the chat box or the comment box below. Are you drinking tea or coffee? I am drinking peppermint tea. Yes. Peppermint tea. That's a hard one for me to say too. What do you know? Yeah, it's a very festive drink, you know, because it's the holiday season. Laura Crispy says, hello, hi. Muhammad Atif says, what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie is probably, I love the Lord of the Rings series. I love the Lord of the Rings series so much. Those are just my all-time favorite movies, all three of them. I still have to read the books, but yeah, to me, the Lord of the Rings series, those are my absolute favorite movies of all time. Laura Crispy says, I want workout videos like a how-to series. Yes, I have not forgotten that you requested workout videos. I do mostly yoga or like high-intensity workouts. Sometimes I go to the gym, but usually I do like, you know, Pilates style or like yoga videos. But I can create different like workout videos on just like different exercises that I do, and yeah. Do you like EastEnders? I'm not really sure what that is. Do you mean Easterners? Whereabouts in the UK are you in? I actually live in the USA, so not the UK. I've actually never been to the UK, but I would like to go there one day. I like all of your videos, whether vlogs or stuttering related. You really are doing a great job. Oh, that is really great. Thank you so much, because I'm really enjoying creating these videos, and I'm really trying to create almost one per day, so, or at least almost every day. I'll show you my cat. I don't know if you can see. My cat is right here. This is my cat, Betsy. Here, Betsy. This is my cat, Betsy. And she's a British short hair. Half British short hair. She's always with me in my YouTube videos. Okay, let's see here. Muhammad Atif says, I like all of, oh, sorry. I already read your comment. Jamal Jate says, do you do Instagram Live? I actually did do it a few times. I haven't really done it too often, though. I do prefer YouTube Live, honestly. But, yeah, I mean, I have done Instagram Live, but I do prefer doing, I do prefer YouTube Live. Because actually YouTube, they started this really cool feature, and I actually tried it last week, where I can live stream on my phone. So like right now I'm live streaming on my MacBook, but on my MacBook, but I can live stream through YouTube on my phone. So it's kind of the same thing, but then it just uploads right onto YouTube. So I think that's really cool too. Muhammad Atif says, Betsy's sad. No, she's not sad. She's just really tired. She's having a really hard time trying to adjust to the other cats that I am living with right now. To my family's other pets. So, but she's doing well. Nakhan says, are you from the Netherlands? Actually, I am half Dutch, but I was born and raised in the USA. But I lived in the Netherlands when I was very young. And I also lived in the Netherlands for about 6 months this year. And I actually just moved back to the USA a month and a half ago. So I was raised speaking Dutch. I was raised with the Dutch culture, and yeah. So, like, I was like my dad's parents, because my dad's the one who's Dutch, and then my mom has Ukrainian Russian heritage. So, but she was raised in the USA as well, and my dad was raised in the Netherlands and the USA. So I'm actually half Dutch. Airpit Sharma says, hey, you are an inspiration for me. Thank you for this live session. Oh yeah, of course. I just like to get together with you guys. You know, we can just chat, you know. So, have you been to Amsterdam? Yes. I was just in Amsterdam a month and a half ago. I love Amsterdam so much. It's a very cultural place. It's a very international place, which makes it very, very, very fun, because you get to see all different types of people there, and you know, try all different kinds of food, and it's Amsterdam's a very fun place for sure. Yeah, I was living in a city in northern Holland when I lived there, so it was very fun though. My husband and I had a really great time. Yeah, and also like on these live streams, if there's anything specific that you want to talk about, then just leave it in the chat box as well. So it's just kind of a time just to, you know, like virtually hang out, have some tea or coffee, because I'm having tea right now. but then we'll be having coffee in a little bit after this live stream. Jamal Jete says, what football team would you support, Netherlands or the USA? So that's a good question because my dad's Dutch, so he always supported the Netherlands football team. He also supported the USA football team, but he was always for the Netherlands football team first because that's his that's the country where he's from. So so I was raised watching like the World Cup and the European Championships. Yeah, so how do you get, or Laura Crispy says, how do you get into exercising when you don't feel motivated? So usually if I don't feel motivated, then I change it up. So like some days I'll feel like just playing some like dance YouTube videos and just like dancing. Sometimes I'll feel like a more high intensity yoga workout, so I'll do that. Sometimes I feel more like a high intensity workout, so I'll do that. Sometimes I feel more like a slower pace workout, and then I'll do that. And sometimes I don't feel like working out, and then I won't. You know, like I don't really force myself usually to work out. I just do it usually when I feel like it, and I do stuff that I enjoy. So that's honestly usually what I do. But the number one thing that also motivates me is I think about how good I will feel afterwards. Because every time I work out, I always feel so good. So, but I highly recommend though finding something that you actually really enjoy and that you don't feel like you're having to force yourself to do. Jamal Jate says, did it snow today? No, it actually did not snow, but about 20 minutes from me, it's going to be snowing a lot in the next few days. But we did get a lot of snow on November 3rd of this year. If any of you are following me on Instagram, I actually put a picture on Instagram. So this is the picture of the snow near where I live. You can see it was really snowing, so that was really pretty. It's a bit hard to see, but Eddie Prank says cardio or weight training. Actually, I do mostly yoga. If any of you had tried like really intense yoga, like Ashtanga yoga or like high intensity yoga, it's actually very hard. Like you'll be dripping in sweat afterwards, and you'll feel every muscle in your body. So that's usually what I do, and I also love to go on walks. So I love to go on walks, and I love doing, sometimes once in a while I go to the gym and I lift weights. When I was in the Marine Corps, that was the number one form of exercise I did, was lifting weights. Because when you're in the military, you have to be like really strong and everything. And yeah, so I would practice doing pull-ups in the Marine Corps, but right now I just do more like high intensity yoga. I do the gym once in a while. I'll do a high intensity workout once in a while. I've even done some belly dancing as well, which I also love. So it just kind of depends. Martin F says, "Hey, just want to say thank you for all the videos. You have a big heart." Of course, thank you for watching them. Eddie Prank says, it's a blizzard here right now. Oh, nice. Where? Jamal Jate says, what is your favorite food? Call me. So my favorite food would be, honestly, that's a hard one because I would say ice cream. Yeah, I think it would be ice cream and pizza. Yeah, I think pizza being my number one and ice cream being my second, I would say. So yeah, probably pizza and ice cream, but more pizza. And then like types of food, I like all types of food. I love Mexican food, Indian food, Chinese food, Thai food, Italian food. Yeah, I love all kinds of food, honestly. There's honestly not much food I don't like. I'd say the one type of food I don't like is eggplant. I don't like that. Eddie Prank says Northern Saskatchewan, Canada. Oh, nice. I actually have family who lives over there. Yeah, it's funny because there's like different parts of the world right now are getting snow. Like I heard that London got snow, the Netherlands got snow, France got snow. I'm not sure if Germany did, but like there's yeah everyone's just getting a ton of snow right now. But I'm hoping that we get snow soon. I live in the Pacific Northwest in the USA, so we do get snow too. Jamal Jate says I come from USA. Oh, nice. Where at? So yeah. I'll be here for about 10 more minutes or so if you guys have any other questions or anything. What is your height and weight? I don't have any other questions in my head. So I am 5'8", and I am about 150, I'd say like 150 pounds-ish. I'd say 150, yeah, 150 pounds-ish. So, but my weight actually like goes up and down. So like I'll literally go up 10 pounds and like I'll lose 10 pounds. So yeah, my body does really weird things with the weight. It's really weird. Jamal Jate says South America. Oh, cool. I live in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, actually. Laura Crispy says, do you want to have kids? Yes, I actually do want to have kids. I actually had a miscarriage 2 months ago. So I actually was pregnant a few months ago, and it died. So yeah. But yes, I do want to have kids. Jamal Jate says, would we ever meet? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure, honestly. Sorry about your miscarriage. Oh yeah, it was really sad. It was honestly really sad. So, you know, like it's a weird thought knowing that like if we hadn't had that miscarriage, I would have been like 7 months, 6 months pregnant right now. So I mean, it is a really weird thought, you know. So, yeah. So you know, it's a really sad thing. But yes, I definitely want to have kids. my husband and I. Do you like Donald Trump or Barack Obama? So I don't really like to get into politics too much because there's a lot of fights started out from that. So I honestly don't really care about politics too much. I mean, I'm kind of in between, so I'm not really like on one side or on the other side, honestly. So I can't really say. Obama stutter. Yep. So I'll be on here for about 8 more minutes. If you guys have any like last minute questions or anything you want to talk about. Oh, actually, I actually have been. So I was saying that I'm going to be going to the massage therapy school, but I actually have. I don't know why I forgot about this, but yes, I actually am. I do work sometimes with my dad. So my dad owns a landscaping business, and I actually work with him outside sometimes. I don't do it a lot, but I do work outside with him for his clients. So that's kind of like a part-time job kind of I am doing while I'm in school, waiting to become a massage therapist. Is your husband working? Yes, he is. He is. Would you be a strict parent or a nice parent? I want to be an attachment parent. I read a good book about it by Mayim Bialik. Um, I guess like strict. I mean, I don't want to be like super strict. I don't want to be like super, like easygoing where, they don't have any, like I definitely want to help them have direction in life. But one of the things I really believe in is I think it's really important to raise kids like having their own thoughts. Like I don't want them to be raised thinking things that like, I think are good or right, I should say, because I want them to think for themselves. But I really want to make sure that they have morals and all that type of thing. So I guess in between strict and nice, if that makes sense. But yeah, I was working with my dad last week outside actually, and it actually felt really, really good because the cool thing about when you landscape outside, like when you clean up yards and everything, is you're outside, so you're constantly moving, and it just feels really, really good. And especially where I live, it's been getting really, really cold, so that part's not fun, but you just have to dress for it. It's a nice change working outside though, because my last job I worked in the gym on a Marine Corps military base. Jamal Jate says, "I think I've seen you in Washington." Oh, really? When? And where? Oh, okay, yeah. Um, I've also lived in the southwest of the USA, so I don't know if you would have seen me because I also lived in Arizona. I mean, I don't know if you did, but yeah, that would be yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I am going to wrap this up. So I hope you all have a really good weekend. Or sorry, not weekend. Week. Hope you guys all have a really great week. And I will see you in my next videos. And I will see you next Sunday for my next weekly Sunday Hangout live stream. And if I live stream during the week, I will see you then too. Oh, okay, one last question. Do you like spicy food? I don't like super spicy food, but I like, yeah, I don't really like super spicy food, honestly. I'm not really a huge fan of that, so, but anyway, guys, bye!